Long, long ago, in a sun-drenched kingdom, there grew a golden flower with miraculous magic. It could heal all ailments and restore youth. A greedy witch discovered this flower. This magical flower can make the witch young and beautiful again. She sang to magical flower daily, unwilling to share it with anyone. One day, the queen of the kingdom fell gravely ill. The king, deeply worried for his beloved wife, the king sent soldiers to search everywhere for a cure. The soldiers found the magical flower and brought it back to the castle. They brewed it into a potion for the queen to drink. A miracle happened. The queen recovered. Before long, the queen bore a daughter, whose hair shimmered like strands of sunlight and possessed the power of healing. Deep within the witch's dark cottage, the witch discovered that the newborn princess's hair shimmered with the same power as the golden flower. One night, she crept into the castle and stole the sleeping princess. She hid the princess in an isolated tower. As the years passed and the princess grew, the witch would whisper to her, "The world outside is cruel and dangerous. Here in this tower, you are safe." Every time the witch brushed the princess's hair, she absorbed its magic to keep her youth and beauty. Princess's long hair became the only ladder for the witch to climb the tower. One day, a handsome prince passed through the forest. He heard the most enchanting singing in the world coming from the tower. He hiding behind trees and listening quietly. Before long, he saw the witch shout, "Princess, princess, let down your hair." And so he understood the secret of ascending the tower. The next day, after the witch had left, the prince imitated her voice and called out from below the tower, "Princess, princess, let down your hair." Soft, gleaming golden hair cascaded down from the window, like a golden waterfall. The prince grabbed the hair and carefully climbed to the top of the tower. When he climbed through the window, Princess was sitting in the corner. She had never seen anyone besides her mother. This strange man before her filled her with terror. She backed away hastily, clutching her hair tightly, her voice trembling as she asked, "Who are you? How did you get up here?" The prince quickly reassured her, saying he meant no harm and was merely drawn by her beautiful singing. He spoke to her softly, and little by little they began to know each other. After realizing she had never set foot outside the tower, he softly painted pictures with his words of endless forests, glittering lakes, lively kingdoms, and floating lanterns that brightened the night each year. As Princess listened, the fear in her heart gradually turned to curiosity. This was a world she had never seen, free, vast, and full of light. She began to believe for the first time that perhaps the world outside wasn't as dangerous as the witch had claimed. The prince promised to return in a few days to take her away from the tower and show her the real world. The next day, the witch came to visit Princess as usual, but noticed she seemed flustered and distracted. Growing suspicious, the witch hid behind a tree from that day on, secretly waiting for the intruder to appear. Finally, that night, the prince arrived as promised. He called softly from below the tower, "Princess, princess, let down your hair." The golden hair cascaded down, and the prince climbed up holding the hair. As he stepped into the room, the princess's eyes sparkled with delight. She had never been so happy to see anyone. But soon, the furious witch appeared at the window, having followed the prince all the way back. The witch cursed angrily and stabbed at the prince with a dagger. However, the princess understood. Only by cutting her hair could he completely end the witch's control. She cut off her dazzling golden hair. In an instant, a magic vanished, and the golden hair turned soft brown. The witch lost her youth and power, her body turning to dust as she plummeted from the tower into endless darkness. The prince brought her back to the kingdom. Though her hair was no longer golden and shining, her smile remained gentle and pure. Princess and the prince lived happily ever after.